What's going on, guys? I am back with another video. It's me, Jay Shy. I wanted to talk a little bit about a game that I've been playing, but before I get there, I wanted to mention a YouTuber on here that has been helping me ever so dearly, Jordan Alves. Jordan Alves is another YouTuber that makes SMT related videos. He does reviews. He does like little what do you call them? Like kind of recipes, like show you how to make personas or certain demons in certain SMT games. And he does really good reviews, I will have to say. He does exceptionally really good reviews, and I like him. And if you like my videos, you would definitely like his videos. I just have to thank you for that, Jordan, for sending me all that traffic. Thank you for watching my videos. So I figure I can do the same. But for moving on, he was supposed to be coming out with his SMT IV review. I think it's been kind of been on hold or backed up a little bit, but I figure since we're both playing Shin Megami Tensei IV, that since I just finished it, I can do my impressions on it and follow suit. So as you guys know, I am playing Shin Megami Tensei IV, or I was playing Shin Megami Tensei IV. Just finished it again, and I wanted to give my impressions on the game. It is a game that it's really good. It's a really good game. I actually recommend it, but it has its issues. It really does. It has its issues. My initial reaction on the game was I knew exactly what I was getting myself into. I just wasn't prepared for one of them, which is when you first kind of pop in the game, you expect to play a Shin Megami Tensei game, which it is, but at first it feels like a fantasy RPG. It feels like a fantasy RPG, and you're just kind of wondering, you're just like, why? You know, it's just like, why? I expected to, you know, go ride into Tokyo and run around in the city, but it's not like that at all. It actually is kind of like a fantasy RPG, and at first, it really disappointed me. It really disappointed me, and I was kind of let down by it. It was so weird. It's just, when you pop in a Shin Megami Tensei game, you expect to be in Tokyo at the start. You know, that's where you expect to be, but you're not, and it's kind of like swords and knights and stuff. And you're just like, I don't want to play this. But rest assured, it was really, really cool that something really bizarre happened, and it was so bizarre to the point where I actually really, really liked it. There's a dungeon, and I was pretty sure that this was going to be the only dungeon in the game. There's a dungeon at the start of the game where it just goes deeper and deeper, and you just keep going down levels. And eventually, after fighting like a couple of bosses, things kind of change in the game. Like, in the dungeon, it starts off with like kind of goldish brick floors and walls, and then as the deeper you go, the settings start to change, and it kind of turns into like, it goes from being this gold brick wall and floor to being kind of like this bluish granite kind of rocky looking. It looks like a cave. It starts looking like a cave with water in it, and then all of a sudden, like, something weird happens, and it changes into like a construction site, which was cool. It was strange but cool. It turns into this kind of construction site where it's like it has metal floors, and you start to see a lot of things that look familiar, and then you're just kind of like, oh, you know, oh, it's changing. Like, am I gonna be in a city soon? And you know, rest assured, you kind of end up in a city, which was cool. But my initial reaction, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at first, but it changed. As for terms of gameplay, it's good. I like it, but I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there. And what I mean by that is, it has the press turn system, which is great. That's fine. The press turn system is there, the battle system is there, the whole exploiting weaknesses thing is there. All of that stuff is there. But this game has a lot of buts. But there's no grinding. There's none. Look, which is fine with me, but a lot of people would rather that. You don't have to grind. which is good for some people, and some people are like, I don't like that. This game, what I don't like is that this game throws experience at your face. Like, you get experience for everything, and I mean everything. You get experience for doing quests. Well, before I even get to that, which makes sense to me, is that you get experience for, defeating demons, which I understand. I get. You get experience for defeating demons, but you get experience for talking to them. You get experience for extorting demons. What I mean extort is like, there's a skill in the game where you can steal money from them. You can beg them for money. They give it to you, and you get experience for that. And you get experience for talking to them. You get experience for fusing them off. I gained a lot of my levels because I was fusing demons. Like, I didn't really grind at all. I mean, my grinding was fusing. That was my grinding, which I sort of hated. I kind of hated that. It just made the game just easy. And what was weird is, like, if someone reviews this game and says that you have to grind, they're wrong. Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to grind at all. It's weird because this game just throws experience at you. It's so not good. I mean, it's not good. I didn't like that. I really didn't. It just made the game easy. And that's another thing, is the difficulty of the game. When I initially played the game, when I was playing it on my first playthrough, halfway through, I felt the game was too easy. Even though I died in the tutorial, I think at least everybody did, like, at least once. I died in the tutorial, but the game was easy. Even when I put it on hard, I actually forgot that it was on the hardest difficulty. It was still easy because everything in this game has a weakness, which I couldn't stand. It's really weird. Like, I hate that. Like, every boss that I've gotten into contact to had some sort of weakness, which sort of bothered me. Like, I remember in other SMT games, like, there were some enemies in the game that had no weaknesses at all. You just basically had to, like, power them. And this game says no to that. It says no to that, and I don't like that. I really don't. The game is way too. I was playing it, and every enemy that I came across, I just exploited their weakness and just kind of went on with my game. And it just turned out not to be so great. And it's weird. Like, if someone tells you that the game is hard, it's really not. To me, it's not hard. It's just really dumb easy, the way everything has a weakness. And another thing that I kind of didn't like is that the ailments in the game, there's like 7 ailments. And there's more ailments in this game than there has been in other SMT. But there's like, I think 2, let's say 3 if you count Salvation. There's 3 like heals that can take away all of it. I remember there was like one for each, like there was a heal for each ailment. Like, it made that difficult. And this game just kind of just, no, don't worry about it. You have this one, you can just take away all your sickness, all of your poison, all of everything. It just made the game easy. Another thing that made the game super easy to me is the fact that you're pretty much able to save anywhere. You're able to save anywhere in the game. Like, in order for me to make the game even harder on myself, I had to put in my mind that I had to, like, whenever I got to a town or like an underground city, that's when I saved. Like, I never saved when I was in the world map. I never saved when I was in a dungeon. I never saved. I basically had to make the game difficult for myself. That's how easy it is. Like, it's not hard. And another thing is that I didn't like about the game, but I know I'm saying a lot of things that I don't like about this game, but I like the game. But they're just gripes that I have. Like, if you're a real SMT fan, I mean, and you like dungeon crawling and you like the toughness of the game, like, there's certain things that are not funny about it, and that's what this is. There's certain things that bother me. And one of the things that bother me is that there's these places called domains where basically you kind of run through it, and it's filled with demons, and you basically have to find the right door to get to the boss of the domain. The fact that any door you walk up to that has a demon on the other side of it, your Burrows, which is your computer device, will warn you. She will let you know, hey, there's something on the other side of this door, prepare yourself. That's kind of lame. Like, I hate that. It's lame. Don't tell me that there's something on the other side of this door. I want to go in, get killed, and be like, oh, okay, there's something on the other side of this door that I should have known, or something that, you know, I just hated that, because why? You know, don't warn me about what's on the other side of that door. Let me explore it and then, you know, get killed. Then I'm just like, all right, I know that this is here, you know. But the fact that she warns you about it kind of bothers me. It's just like, oh, all right, fine, whatever. But it's good. I mean, if you found Nocturne to be, I guess, sort of hard, kind of easy, you're not gonna have a problem with this game. This game is basically party driven. Like, it is, you know, how you build your party. If you build your party the right way, you will have a problem with this game. It's like I said, it's not difficult, but there are instances where it does seem that way, because like sometimes you just get wiped. Like, your party would just die. You'll just be walking down the street and all of a sudden random battle, and then some guy would just wipe you. Like, it happens. I mean, that's normal in SMT games. Like, if you know a Mega 10 game, that's normal. There's that, but I know that there's something about the battle system that I'm talking about. I kind of I remember. There's no random battles in this game. That's another thing about, like, kind of like the difficulty. There's no random battles. Enemies show up on screen. They kind of show up on screen, and you have a chance to run away, but you can. But I mean, they show up. You can just, you know, slash at them and get the preemptive strike. Kind of like in Persona 3. Persona 3, you can do that. You can, like, hit the enemy first, so you can attack first. But that was another thing that kind of made the game easy. Like, you can just avoid fights. But I guess that was the point. Since the game throws so much experience at you from doing all kinds of stuff, you don't really need to fight. Like, you don't need to. You can just do other things. Do quests, get paid. Extort, get paid. Fuse, and get paid. And experience. I mean, you can't get money. Money is like the hardest thing to get in this game. I hate that. Like, I can't find money. Like, it's so I can't find it. Sometimes I have to sell stuff, like, which I have no problem with. But sometimes I want to keep that stuff. But, yeah, I mean, you have to sell items or extort demons. Another thing I wanted to talk about was demons themselves. When I mean demons themselves, I mean design. Demons. How can I say this? There are some demons in this game that are really good as in design. Then there are some that are just questionable bad, very bad. When I mean very bad, like so bad, like how did they improve this? Like, why? Why did you put this in the game? And there are some that are really cool. Like, one that comes off the top of my head that I'm sure a lot of people remember that play this game is the Minotaur. Minotaur, without a shadow of a doubt, was one of, I'm gonna say this on my opinion, was one of the best looking design demons in the game. He looked amazing. He looked as if the artist himself, because Kaneko is not drawing any of the demons or the characters in this game. It's some new guy. And Minotaur just seems like there was thought, put behind his design. Like, he really knew what he wanted to go for when he made Minotaur. And I'm not gonna really describe him. Like, after you watch this video, just look him up. Or if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. It's just the way his face is and the way the legs curve into the biceps. It was really good. Like, the anatomy of everything was just spot on. It was great. I like the way it looked. I also kind of like Medusa's design. Well, her lower body, because when you fight her, it kind of scrolls up and then it shows like what she looks like. Like, the way it was designed was great. It just didn't like her face. Like, that was pretty much it. It just didn't look like it fit. Then you have other demons that I didn't like. And off the top of my head, the ones I'm talking about, the angels. The angels look ridiculous. They look stupid. Like, they look, I hate to say that, about anybody that does artistry and stuff like that, but they were stupid. It's like, and I'm not talking about like regular angels. I'm talking about the 4 angels. Like, there are 4 angels. I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't played the game, but there are 4 particular angels that show up in the game. Just look ridiculously stupid. Like, the first time I saw them, I was like, what are these? Like, because they kind of rain down from heaven, and you're just like, what is that? Like, what is this? And then they announce themselves as angels, and then you're just kind of like, are you serious? Like, they just look stupid. Like, there's one demon, like, I really can't remember exactly off the top of my head what it looks like, but it looks like 2 floating arms kind of holding a head with wings. And I was just like, what? Alright, let me put it like this. The demons look like they cannot survive in the 3D space. That is the best way I can put it. They don't look like they exist in the 3D plane. Like, they just are just flat 2D objects. As a matter of fact, they look like tattoos. If somebody got it on their body, it would probably look cool, but as something that's supposed to be a living being in a video game, it looks ridiculously dumb, and that doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Like, the design choice does not make sense, and it's really stupid. There's another one that has, like, if I'm not mistaken, there is one that has 2, like, a floating head with 2 arms holding something in its mouth or something. It was weird. Like, it was just stupid to me. There's another one that's like a body holding a head for a shield or something like that. It was just strange. And I was just like, these are not very good design choices. There was another one in there that really didn't make sense to me, but I liked it, which kind of reminded me of like a Kamen Rider toy. It was weird. If you don't know what Kamen Rider is basically like Japanese Power Rangers. They're cool. I like Kamen Rider. But his name is I think it's Kami Soboro or Kobo Soboro or something like that. But he looks kind of green, and he has like this gold plated like armor kind of mesh stuff going on his body. And then his arms are not attached to his body. Like, it's weird, it's bizarre, but it looks cool. And he has like these 2 swords, and I kind of like that character. He was that demon. He was cool, but his arms weren't attached to his body. That doesn't make sense. But it was a great design. It was a cool design. The game's demons has very questionable like design choices. Like, a lot of demons in the game got redesigns, and some are just particularly brand new. Another demon that I really didn't like the design that they should have kept the same was I think it's pronounced Omikane. Omikane in other SMT games is like a floating brain with a couple of eyes or something like that. In this game, he looks ridiculous. He looks stupid. He looks really, really not good. He looks like pieces of brain that kind of form into a body. And as a matter of fact, the first time I saw him, he reminded me of a Pokemon. That's what he looked like. He looked like a Pokemon. And I really didn't like his design. But there are other demons in it that I really didn't. But there was a lot that was just bad. Just bad. Just very, very bad. as you guys know, well, I'm probably telling you now, that you probably don't know, I just beat the game. I just beat the game again. My first playthrough, I got the law, which I felt bad that I got. I got the law ending, and I felt really bad when I got it. Because I'm the type of person that wants to save everybody. I don't know why. Now this time, I got the neutral ending. And after I got the neutral ending, I went online to like read a couple of notes on it or like forums, and a lot of people have problems getting the neutral ending. I had no issues with it. I had no issues getting that ending. Everybody had issues. Well, a majority of people had issues, but I just thought to myself, I mean, if the game asks you like a couple of questions, just be a very indecisive person. Like 1 minute go with Walter, and the next minute go with Jonathan. I mean, just do that. Just flip flop. That's exactly what I did. I pretty much I like if Jonathan asked me a question one time, I agreed with him, and then on another turn, I agreed with Walter. That's pretty much the way I went. I wasn't really using any type of guide or anything like that. But there's this other part in the game where I really knew I had to be very consistent. It's the part before you meet Lilith, and she asks you a couple of questions, and you have to go through 1 or 2 doors. I just zigzagged through the whole thing. That's basically what I was. I was just an indecisive person throughout the whole playthrough. And I think if you're very indecisive, you'll just, you'll get the neutral ending. Regardless. That's what I think. People online have like grids. Like, I didn't even know the game had this kind of alignment system thing. Like, you had to get this and you get a +1 alignment, and then you have this. And I was like, really? I didn't think it was like that at all. I just thought you just had to be an indecisive person. That was pretty much mine. So I got this ending without really trying. I don't really think you need it. Just be indecisive. But I would say that this game is really good. It's really good. But if you're like a hardcore Shin Megami Tensei fan, there were some things about it that are gonna bother you. There were some things that are about it that are just gonna irk you. Like, why they change this? Why they think it needs fixing? But it's a good game. I recommend it. If you have a 3DS, buy it. If you don't, get a 3DS and then buy it. Like, I don't know how else to say that. It's a good game. It's worth playing. I recommend it 100%. Even if this is your first RPG, if I would say this, if you're into fantasy, this game probably won't be for you. If you need a clear cut and dry who's good and who's evil, you're not gonna like this. This game runs off of what you think is the right thing, what you believe is a better choice. It's none of that. We're good. Since we're all friends, like any other Japanese RPG, we're friends, we can save the world. It's not like that. And I think that's what grabbed me into Mega 10 games, is because of that. It gives you, it asks you what you think is the right thing, what you think is best for the world. That's why I like Mega 10. But that's pretty much my impressions video on this Shin Megami Tensei IV. Baby right here. And again, I want to thank you, Jordan Alves, for everything you've been doing. I love your videos. Keep doing videos. If you watch my videos, all my subscribers, I think I have like 6 now. All my 6 subscribers, if you watch my videos, you'll definitely like Jordan Alves' videos. He also does Mega 10 stuff. So go ahead and check him out. Awesome stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My next video, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Because right now I'm playing Persona 3, I'm still playing the Raito game. I'm thinking about tackling the Soul Hackers extra dungeon. And I am playing Shin Megami Tensei IV. So, yeah, I think that's all I'm playing. Oh, and Persona 3, did I say that? I don't know. But I'm playing all these games, and hopefully I can finish them. Oh, I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei 1. So, hopefully I'll finish all these, and stay tuned for the next video. Alright guys, take care.